Hi, welcome back to Mindful Beauty and Wellness, where in this episode I'm going to be doing insightful guidance for the mid-month energy, checking in on your energies for the mid-month of June, doing all of the elements. I'm going to be starting with Earth, which are my Taurus, Virgos, and Capricorns, and then I'm going to be doing my water, Cancer, Scorpios, and Pisces, and then I'll be doing fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, air signs, Geminis, Libras, and Aquarians. So there's a lot going on in the universe. Shit is really getting wild and crazy. This is, I'm not going to get into the political climate of it all, but I think energetically, because this is all that I do here, is energy readings of all of the elements on how the month is going to continue, where we're going to go in July. But let me just get started, because there's a lot going on astrologically. We got Saturn in Aries, and we have Jupiter in Cancer. We're about to enter Cancer season. We're still in Gemini season. So we are, as far as communication, like excited. Some of us are explosive. Some of us are definitely speaking up when before we thought maybe we didn't have to. Now we know we must. We've come to a place collectively that we're more aware of what's happening, and we're not having it. So a lot of us are being very vocal. And this is going to be a wild ride. I keep saying all the way up until 2027. So buckle up, guys. Because I'm going to start now. That was like a energy collective, but I'm going to start with my earth signs. So going back to Taurus, Virgos, and Capricorns. So it looks like, oh, look at that, full moon in Capricorn is the first card out when it comes to this energy. Our next moon cycle is a new moon in Cancer. And Cancer is all about home, stability, the sweetness of home, family gatherings, feeling stable. Let's see, very nurturing, more compassion. Jupiter likes being in Cancer because of that sweetness of wanting to be in better relationship, communicating better relationship. All right, so let's see now. Let's focus on my earth signs again. My Taurus, my Virgos, and Capricorns. What is up for you guys in this mid part to the end of June? So it looks like family is a big, and that's that Cancer energy. Family is very important. Having things organized within the home and structure is very important. So it feels like my earth sign is really buckling in on making sure family is protected and grounded, that everyone is safe, more gathering than taking action on things. I feel like my earth signs are feeling more like they're stronger in their faith, stronger in their I want to say mission, goals, but it's not through a struggle. It's more through a spiritual awareness and faith that this time around, being grounded and through past experiences, that it's better to start to like give within your circle of people than to take. I think, I don't know, it's making you feel better. That when you're not putting the attention on yourself so much, but more so like your environment. So that's why I'm getting heavily on my earth signs. Let's see what else. What other messages do I have for my earth signs, my Taurus, Virgos, and Capricorns? What are the messages that I have? What's the energy for the element of my Taurus, Virgos, and Capricorns? This is just a new beginning on disrupting the truths here. Like, after some long period of rest and rejuvenation, like you're gonna have the energy to have a clean slate in the way that you approach communicating. It feels more direct, short, and to the point, and also very authoritative and matter of fact. It feels very much like I'm gonna disrupt the bullshit with the truth, and I'm gonna do it in a way where it's quick, to the point, less words is better, and it feels like you'll communicate well. It will do you some good. It feels like there is a benefit to the time that you needed to take off to replenish, rejuvenate, and like get your thoughts in order, so that when you're ready to step out with this new truth, this information, that it's gonna come across as received and pretty on point. I feel like you guys are hitting the target. The Page of Pentacles. So this is definitely in regards to, wow. I also see a breakdown in communication with a partner. And then like, that I didn't care for so much, the way that it came out. The storyline is changing so quickly. Yeah, there's someone that really, there's an energy around you Capricorns that make you so bonkers that you have to pull back and regroup and find the right words and, you know, come out with very different means of communication, but very, you know, straight to the point, because I got it twice. The Four of Swords, rest and rejuvenation. You know, this feels like after some communication, the only way that this gets resolved or that you see some sort of success is, you know, to step away from the situation. Everyone, you know how you get into an argument and you realize nothing is hitting, nothing is resonating. I'm just fighting with air. I'm just saying words to say words. When you pull back your energy and you realize that whatever was said and done didn't hit, and that you have to take a break, you have to take some time out and regroup, meditate, visualize, cleanse the energy. You know, sometimes silence is golden because it gives you the opportunity to really let things marinate, let that other person or that other energy also calm itself down, so that they, you know, don't take things any further. Like, it's nice to go back to your corners and just chill. And it feels like it is a smart thing to do because, you know, it just wouldn't be wise at this time for anybody to just pop off what they feel. It's just not a good time. You know, it's only going to continue to cause more breakdowns, which some breakdowns are very necessary. Some towers are necessary. What I'm seeing here, though, is that holding off is going to help with moving forward again when you're ready. Let me see what other messages I have for my earth sign, but it does feel like you guys have had to pull back from ways of communicating. You realize that it just wasn't hitting the information that needed to be translated, and the only way for you to have some success in communication is to step back, rest, meditate on it, clear your mind, your thoughts, and then come back when the air is calmer, when things are calmer, because at that point you'll have then a better opportunity to really start new. You start new. I like this. There's so many changes that are happening in, I feel, my earth signs' lives. Very impactful changes, very transformative life cycle ending. I want to say 8 to 10. Wheel of Fortune is 10, anywhere, you know, it could be 10, 20 years, where the transformation that you guys recently experienced is not just it's drastic. It's a big one. It's like a new place of to live, a new job, new baby, new husband, new something, like a lot of newness, new business, that after a long period of time, it took you to lose a lot in order for you to get to this place. I do feel that my earth signs are about to celebrate this new beginning after, again, you got it twice, the Tower card. It's a rebuilding. You do a complete rebuild. It could be, you know, spiritually. It could be like, this is the time where my earth signs have decided that they are no longer going to talk a certain way to themselves, about themselves, and that they're so aware because they make a conscious effort to stop and say, that sounded negative, or I know this feeling, I don't want to feel this way again, and it's my own, the words that are coming out of my mouth, I could feel that it's about to stop me, and you make that conscious awareness to stop yourself and flip it, and like you're like rewiring the brain, which is, I have to say, not the easiest thing, especially when you have conditioned yourself to be a certain way for so many years. You know, that first awareness is the most important, and then the second part of it is taking action on it now that you're aware. And I think that my earth signs had a period of time that they were aware but weren't doing anything about it. They were just like soaking in, like, damn, I really know how to take my own energy way down. And now you're like, now I know this about myself, and I'm not gonna go down. I'm gonna go work out. I'm gonna go swimming. I'm gonna take myself here. And you start making plans, and you start communicating more effectively, and you definitely become more successful in your truths. It also feels like you're also not taking any shit. So it feels very quick, the communication too, where if it's not yourself, that you have a soulmate coming up too. As soon as you really like, look, new life. So these are the final messages that I got for my earth sign, is that as soon as you put into play this new level of communication with yourself and others about this new part of your life that's starting, because you got new life and a soulmate, the soulmate comes. And it doesn't have to be a romantic partner. It could just be a person that you know that when you meet that person, everything feels synergetic, everything feels right, everything works out smoothly, you guys communicate better, you know, everything that's that exchange it's a give and take, it's easy, it's flowing, it's smooth. And I think that you guys have been craving that, and I think that when you really put all of this to practice, now that you have this awareness, you step up to being more authoritative in the way that you communicate, and you stop the self-negative talk if that's what's happening, or you stop from the past from creeping back into your life in a negative way. That is the message for my earth signs. Took a minute to come out for some reason, but there's the message. All right, now we're gonna move on to my water signs. My water signs are my Cancers, my Scorpios, and my Pisceans. I'm checking in on the mid-month energy of June, what's going on with my water signs, and what's up with the energy? What's up? All right, here we go. My water signs are my Cancers, thank you Spirit, Scorpio, and Pisces. Also, guys, I want to say now, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I will be doing more of these. But of course, you guys know how it works. You guys gotta like. I'm available for personal readings on my website. I've done a lot of work on my website of late. I've been adding the skincare products that I work with and I love. I've been doing more readings. So yeah, like, subscribe, and share, please. I really appreciate that. All right, my water signs are so emotional. You're very close to achieving your dreams. Don't let the past hold you back. Prosperity lies ahead. And I shuffled. I did. You guys saw me. A time to give rather than take. So, feels like my Cancer, Scorpios, and Pisces. Ooh, I got some good energy here. I like this. So it looks like you guys are very close to feeling like, I could chill. I could feel like in my skin good, in my soul good, without nobody. Like you walk into your house and you like the way that it looks and it feels like, and if you haven't done that, you're going to. I could feel it. Like if you walk into your house and it doesn't feel the way that you want it to, you're gonna, no matter how tired you are, you're gonna put your shit down and you're gonna start moving furniture around and, you know, opening up windows, light, and I feel like really getting a new sense of your sanctuary, like really putting your home in a way that feels yummy and like sexy and like cozy and I see you guys buying candles and maybe even flowers. Like you're putting yourself first, and isn't that fucking amazing? I don't think I'm supposed to say that on YouTube. Passion ignited. So for sure, that's my Ace of Cups. That's new love, new emotions, new self-love, new self-awareness. You are owning it. I like it. I feel like when you're getting dressed, you feeling fresh and fly and like, yes, like something's back. My Cancers are just like, I am not going back to the past. Prosperity lies ahead. So I do feel that if there have been people that have been heavy and demanding a lot from you or expecting things that they probably shouldn't be expecting, that you're just like, keep on waiting, baby, because I'm not calling you back, I'm not texting you back, and I don't feel any ways about it. Wow. Ooh, but it's interesting. You guys got a lot of the same cards that my earth signs just got. Disruption and the rest and rejuvenation. Okay, so after some deception, you guys have experienced some, my water signs have gotten, if this didn't happen like 3 or 4, maybe even 6 months ago, it's happening now, or it's happening, or maybe you just experienced something where you're just like, this gotta end, and I don't care what it takes, but it's over, and like it's really over, like over. And I think that there has been some like hesitation and waiting and resting and rejuvenating yourself in order for you to communicate that this is over. And if you have already gotten the news or you actually delivered the news, it's a wrap. Something in your life is completely ended, it's finished. But it is to be celebrated. It is to be, look, you got the, what is this? The spiritual union. 2 of Cups, the Truth card, the light, and rejoicing. So there is some truths here that you are so happy to reveal. That even though it was difficult, that you are in such a good place now, mentally, spiritually, physically, that you can discuss it publicly, you can tell your friends about it. If you ghosted a lot of people in the last 4 months, now you can start to talk about it publicly. You can call that person and be like, hey, I'm sorry that I haven't spoken to you in the long time, but these are the things that I've been experiencing, and that's why I couldn't communicate, because I knew that I wouldn't be able to be that person that I want to be or show up to be if I didn't do this type of work. So This was very, very enlightening. This was like your big transformation, like aha moment that is for lifetime. This wasn't something that happened or ended where, you know, you're never going to think about it again in a way that it affected you or has changed your life. This ending is something that completely transforms the next years moving forward in your life. It's major, but it is cause for celebration. So I do feel that very positively with my water signs. I like it a lot. It wasn't a great, like, you know, that's the thing about being a human being. You know, we have to go through some sort of suffering in order for us to get to enlightenment. That's, you know, I don't care what religion you're from, you know, spiritual, you know, practices, something has to die in order for there to be a rebirth. And this could be in any area of your life. My Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisceans feels like it was more of personal rather than business or professional. It feels more like family, relationships. Could be business, but I don't feel that because there's a lot of cups here. This was like 2 of cups, you know. This is another cup, another water, more water here. So, you know, cups are emotions. Look at that, Ace of Cups. You got it twice. 2 different decks. This is a new beginning in love. This is a very new beginning in love for you. And I like it. I really, really like it because this feels more so about self-love than someone else. This is conjured up in your life because you've decided that you've been through so much. Either you read a lot of books, you followed some sort of guidelines, you took courses, you had a therapist, a spiritual counselor, something that you did a lot of work for. Like you went down and did you come up in your own reading. King of Cups, you know, female or male. I don't read gender, I read energies. This person did spiritual work in order for them to get to the self-awareness. They silenced themselves in order for them to hear their inner truths. And then with those inner truths, whether they liked it a lot or not, when they came out, they, you know, it was, okay, I accept this about it. And if this is the answer, then I will accept it and do the work to fill my own cup up. And that's what you guys have done. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. No more holding back. I think one of the things that I will say, and this is a lot with my water signs, whether it's Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, there's an emotional stubbornness that, you know, I find that my water signs hold on to their emotions so much that it makes them physically sick. And when they realize that being verbally silent is killing them, then all of a sudden they're just like, okay, that's it. This is what I like about my water signs. For the most part, the people my clients that I read for, and what I've seen in my own personal experiences is that they withdraw, you know, like Cancers go in, Scorpios go dark, Pisceans go swimming deep, and they take that time to be quiet, to figure it out for themselves first before they, you know, share it with others. So that's the difference. So if you've done that kind of work, because I'm at that place in my life too, I have a lot of Scorpio in my chart, that I'm doing the healing work. And I know that healing is not fun. Like people say, you know, so quick, I just like, oh, I just, you know, move on. No, you know, it's so easier said than done. Healing is a practice. Healing is difficult. Healing is fucking hard. You know, there are things that I don't like, that I know that I do, and I'm just like, oh, you know, when I get angry, I'm just like, oh, I let my fucking anger get the best of me, and I gotta calm myself down and go apologize, or, you know, go sit and meditate, you know, but I have that awareness with myself. And I just find that my water signs now are being kinder to themselves when they realize they have experienced something difficult, instead of being angry, because then, you know, anger is just fear. You know, anger is, no matter how tough you come out and how crazy your mouth sounds, what you're putting out there that's coming from a place of anger is really scared, is really a scared soul, is really a hurt, scared soul that's going to repeat something from the past that they're scared to do, and they're angry at themselves for doing it. That's really what it is. You know, and when you realize that you're just really scared, a lot of us don't want to be scared. A lot of us act real tough and badasses, but that's all coming from, man, look at this wounded little like hurt soul. And you start to have more compassion, and I feel like that's where my water signs are. My water signs are more like, let me have compassion for my soul that I hurt, and let me heal that, and let me get rid of the anger that's happening. Because once you do, you close out that chapter, and then you're ready to start something new. And that's the healing process. I have to have this whole deck upside down. Ace of Swords. So here it is again, the World. What are you closing out? Like, because this new beginning of communicating and what's really important to you is what you're gonna express. If it doesn't hit your soul and your heart, you won't. There'd be no words, because you're very like, I know how much energy it took for me to heal. I'm not going to spend any time with any person that doesn't respect or understand or can be in the same kind of energy with me. And that's your Ace of Swords. You know, that is like, are you prepared to now go into this new chapter of your life with a more calm, loving energy for yourself and others? And then if you are, you do have a wish fulfillment. I do see, you know, that you have an emotional, and I think that's the part that I picked up in the beginning, this new emotional self-love, taking care of, nurturing, compassionate, like sexiness, fresh, perfume, like, you know, flowers, you know, all of those things I feel coming if they aren't already. And it's well-deserved, because I feel like my water signs have, like we all have, like what human is not going through some shit right now? Like every single person is collectively going through something. We're all going through something. So it's nice to see that some of us are actually taking in what they are experiencing and turning it into a new form of love for themselves first. All right, final messages from my water signs, my Cancer, Scorpios, and Pisceans by the book. So it feels like you're gonna be more at peace. Again, it's almost like a Two of Cups situation. These cards here are definitely connecting. They're communicating with each other. I love when that happens. Imagine what your life looks like when there's just peace. That you've taken all the life lessons and put them in this like the Hierophant and the spiritual teacher and leader in this like area of organizing your everything, the past, the feelings, what you experienced, the root of it, and saying, now I can imagine my life in peace because of it. Now I can start to really work on practicing peace. You know, I love that. There's a lot of things that my water signs have realized, that all that glitter doesn't, you know, shine like what people think, you know. It's there's a lot of fakes in the world. There's a lot of deception. There's a lot of evil in the world. And the more that it is exposed, the more that you are clear to stand away from it and not have to give anybody a reason. You just know it's time for me to exit left, and no apologies, no reason. But when you're ready to come back, which I feel like you water signs are, that you're so much lighter and healthier and happier, and I'm happy for you guys. I like to see that. All right, let's move on to my fire signs. My fire signs are my Aries, Leos, and Sagittarians. All right. My Aries, Leos, and Sagittarius. What is going on with my fire signs, my Aries, my Leos, and my Saggies? My Aries, Leo, and Sagittarians. What is going on? Thank you, Spirit, for my Aries, my Leos, and Sag. Collective. Step out of your comfort zone. That pops right out. Step out of your comfort zone. My fires, my Leos, and my Sagittarians. I feel like you have been stepping out of your comfort zone. Hold your vision, meditate, contemplate, and look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. We just had that. And it kind of kicked my ass. All right, my fire signs. My fire signs, it is time for you guys to show the world your really authentic, amazing selves. And to go for it. Go for that idea that you guys have had forever. Get uncomfortable, get comfortable with the uncomfortable, go for it. I feel that there's some fire signs out there that have had a vision, a dream, a desire, a passion that they have been wanting to fulfill, and they have been quiet about it or tapping into it and not really going all the way. And this is the time. This is like no holding back. The doors are open, the gates open, the green light is lit. Like, this is your time, fire signs. You have about, I would say, a good, I got the chills, 2 months to really focus, laser focus in on just being bold, being creative and bold. Go for it. If you have a vision, or I'm sure we all have visions, but this is your time to be like, I don't care what people say, I don't care if nothing's perfect, I'm going to show up. And if I am received, great. If I am not, I did it for me. That kind of an attitude. And I'm liking this attitude. I'm liking this. What else do we have for my fire signs? What other messages do we have for my fire signs mid-June? We're already halfway done with half the year and half of the month of June. What else is going on for my fire signs, my Aries, my Leos, and Saggies? Oh, wisdom, rejoice. I like it. I feel like my fire signs have been studying. They have been doing the work, putting their nose in the book, doing the research, going online, reading, researching, and they are about to start talking loud about what they've learned and putting that into place. And also that if, you're into, I call this card, I actually thought of it before I saw it come out. I thought it was out and it wasn't. And I was like, oh shit, I thought it was here. Intuition is very strong here. And also the message that I'm getting very clearly is control your thoughts. Learn how to control your thoughts. I feel like my fire signs, they are very emotionally intelligent and just intelligent. Aren't we all? But my fire signs have this wisdom that's a little bit different from other zodiac signs. And it comes with some sort of like old soul wisdom. And I feel like my fire signs are at a place where they're just like, I am tired of giving out all of this wisdom and advice and feeling like now I'm like depleted, like I have nothing left, and people are doing whatever the fuck they want to do anyway. And I think that part of doing that is coming to an end. I think that you're realizing that you're going to keep that wisdom to yourself. You might even, I feel like, close a book or just be like, end the conversation. Like I see, like I feel this energy where two people are going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And that person is being incredibly stubborn on not understanding where the other person is coming from. And instead of continuing to going back and forth, that fire sign is like, are you done? Great. And walk away and just leave. Because it's gotten to a point that you realize you have invested 15 minutes of your time telling somebody the most valuable, insightful, valid, possibly very accurate information that the person that you're giving it to is going to do absolutely nothing with, and you are done. And instead of cursing them out and letting them know you're dumb as nails, you're just like, are we done here? Okay. All right, well, good luck. And I'll talk to you maybe never. Great. Goodbye. That's what it feels like. It definitely feels like my fire signs have done so much talking that they have become like, ooh, I'm good. Okay. Yes, yes, and yes. The quicker you shut up, the faster your success comes in. I've gotten this advice for years and I still have a hard time shutting up. Look at me now. I'm just talking about everybody. Oh my God. Okay. So the Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles is a definite energy that is decided they are going to give a little here, give a little there, and go home. And everything will be happy and great. And it's time to start a whole new chapter in their life without having to feel like they have to defend everything and their choices, or defend somebody else's choices, or stand their guard towards, having to protect somebody all the time, save them all the time. Like, this group of fire signs are done with saving other people, and they are ready to have their happy ending. They are ready to celebrate and share it with those people around them that feel like, I don't want to say deserved it, but earned it, but that contributed something positively to these fire signs. My fire signs feel like I have been around a lot of fake folks, and I'm done with that. And I'm okay with being alone, but I'm also ready to express my energy where it is appreciated and it doesn't feel heavy, and create a stability where they can go and they just feel like, I could chill here, and there's no pressure, there's no overwhelm, there's no obligations, there's none of those things. It's just, I'm gonna enjoy my life the way that I want to, and I don't want to explain it anymore. And I'm definitely not going to waste time or waste my energy on people who don't value my time or advice or wisdom. And the only thing that I feel that my fire signs are willing to do is be in a place of like, if this doesn't feel kind and loving, I'm out. And I also feel like my fire signs, which is not unusual, it's not unusual, but they're ready to like love. They're ready to give love to where it will be received. You know, they're not, my fire signs have woken up, you know, the alarms went off, they paid attention, they took care of it. I see a lot of my fire signs going to shut the fire off before it gets bigger. I feel their intuition is saying to them, this is about to go wrong, so before it does, let me resolve it by paying it now, or calling this person before they call me, or walking out before the shit explodes, cutting the ties before things get crazy. Like, I feel like they're kind of just sliding out away from trouble and deciding that they no longer want to put effort into anyone who's not going to put effort into them. That's it. Like, I get that 1000%. They're just not going to put in any more effort into a situation that is not proven to be worthy of their time, or they're not getting that same energy in return. So that's great. That's an awesome energy to have, to know that they're not confused, they're not taking any more bullshit, they're very clear on what's happening around them collectively, the energy. Fire signs can read the room quick, and they could actually see what's going to happen before it happens, which is what I love about fire energy. But they also they can take a lot of shit. They can take a lot of crap before they pop off, and then everybody's just like, oh, what happened? Anything from your past that's getting your attention is just asking you to remember how to love yourself again. If you've given out so much information and wisdom and time to other people that just aren't receiving it, then this is your time to call it like an end. Press the hard button, press the stop button, press the pause button, do what you gotta do to stop giving so much to other people who are not giving back to you, and fill yourself up with love again. And understand what you know, I feel like something from your past made you forget how to include yourself in ways that make you feel good. Like, I feel like my fire signs have given so much to others that they can't even identify what they need for themselves. And so going back to the past is calling the attention to what makes you feel good before you got yourself involved to everybody else's shit. And if you can't remember that, then it's time for you to really take this and do you. There's something about my fire signs too that just wants to help on a big level, on a collective, like become a politician or become somebody in the community that says, look, 1, 2, 3 of you won't hear me, but 100 of you are gonna hear me now, because maybe I wasn't speaking loud enough or clearly, but this is what's up. And you're gonna find your audience. Yeah, 10 of Cups, you got it twice. That's beautiful, my fire signs. The 10 of Cups is, you know, a completion of happiness. Like, you're getting to a place in your life where you know now what it takes. You got it in 2 different decks. 10 of Cups, I love 10 of Cups. That's like not just you being happy, but everybody around you being happy, because you decided where you want to invest your energy. And you're only going to be around the people who are going to have that fulfillment for you. If it doesn't feel good, you are out. You are out. And I think that that's awesome, you know? Not everybody is willing to continue to move on with sharing their wisdom if they don't feel like they're being heard. And for some reason, my fire signs are not giving up on that talent, that gift of wisdom and intuition, but they're just doing it differently now. they're not doing it to the place where it exhausts them. They're doing it to a level of like, this is how I'm gonna expend my time. And look at that. It's sweet. It's just, I love milk and honey. You know, it's about building relationships. Why do you want to build these relationships with these people? Is the question. And I think when you ask yourself that first, that's when you know whether you should continue to invest in those energies or not. And I think my fire signs are becoming more clear on how to spend their time wisely, spend their efforts physically, spiritually, and mentally, like smarter, not harder. That's what it feels like. I'm gonna be smarter about this business, I'm gonna be smarter about this relationship, and I'm gonna work smarter and not harder, because I've worked so hard already and it is exhausting. And even though I want this certain goal, I'm not gonna give up on it. I'm just gonna redirect my energy to get to it. And I'm not gonna kill myself to do it. I'm going to do it in a way that feels good. It's gonna come from love, it's gonna come from joy, it's gonna come from knowing, okay, I feel my energy draining, time for me to step out of this conversation, time for me to leave, time for me to excuse myself so that I can preserve the rest of my energy for the other things that are important to me and how I spend the rest of my time. And that, my friends, is my fire signs. So now we're gonna move on to my air signs. My air signs are my Geminis, my Libras. Happy birthday, Geminis. Happy birthday. We are still in Gemini season. I believe it is up in a few days and then we're going into Cancer season. But for now, Gemini season has got us popping off. Geminis is the mental, mercurial energy, Mercury, communication, and boy, are we communicating. We are protesting, we are standing up to what is not right, and I am so proud of my people this weekend who did what they have to do to stand up to what we see playing out in the world is narcissistic personality and even psychotic. And so we're done. A lot of us are done with narcissistic personalities. This is what we're seeing unfold. They used to say that 1 in every 6 personalities are narcissistic, and I think at this point we can see that it's probably 1 in every 3rd person has narcissistic tendencies. I know firsthand. I am the reason why I do the readings that I do is because I went from doing skincare to doing Reiki and holistic healing because I have dealt with one unfortunate narcissistic relationship after another. And I did, the thread of where it started, and I took a very deep dive on studying narcissistic personalities, and this is how I've been able to help my clients through my Insightful Guidance readings deal honestly with narcissistic personalities. And we all have a level of narcissistic personalities, but not all of them are unhealthy, which is a whole nother video, a whole nother conversation. So now I'm gonna go on to my air signs again, my Geminis, my Libras, and my Aquarians. All right, I am an Aquarian rising, so I'm mostly very Aquarian, very let's not get into me, huh? Let's just for another time. Let's focus on my Geminis, my Libras, and my Aquarians. Conclusions are within reach. Step out of your comfort zone. We got eclipse season coming up. We are gonna have a rough summer with what's going on with the collectives, man. What we're just seeing is the beginning of the shit that we have been around for so many years. organizers. And you know how it is when you clean out a closet and you realize, oh my God, I gotta clean out this closet, and you take all that shit out. That's where we at. We're taking all the shit out. And we're trying to clean it up before we put things back in order. Nothing will come out of this situation, and a win-win outcome is forecasted. That's interesting how that came out together. All right, let me dig in. What are the messages for my Geminis, my Libras, and my Aquarians for the mid-month energy check? Mid-month June. Oh, that wasn't supposed to be in there. Some of you air signs are communicating very loudly, and that you have something to celebrate. It's your birthday. 8 of Wands, firm foundation. Wow, I like this. You guys got love. You guys got intuition coming. You guys got a lot of downloads coming fast. That's the Gemini. That's actually all air signs. When I tell you that this is fast communication, fast accelerating, moving organizations of meetings, companies, businesses, things are moving fast, and they have to. This time is there's a lot on my air signs to get it together when it comes to organizing their thoughts, businesses, communications, and laying down, breaking down like the Tower card, though it's not here. It could come up later, but I definitely feel a Tower moment happening, or if it had happened, like a divorce, a breakup, but something that shook up your foundation so hard that you have to move fast in order for you to feel like you could have your 2 feet planted and grounded and safe again. And the thing is that you know you're gonna do it. That's the other thing about my air signs. I feel like even if it feels really difficult, it also feels like I don't have a choice. It feels like shit. If I don't do this now, I'm never gonna have that foundation, that security, that life that I want if I don't get to it now. And it wants to come. You know what I mean? I feel like you've gotten a lot of blocks from other people that held you up, and not intentionally, more so because I think it was necessary for you to take those breaks, because I feel like a lot, and it's not the first time I've gotten this message with my air signs, that your brain is going so fast that it's affecting your physical. And what happens is like me in the morning when I'm over caffeinated and I drink too much Bustelo. Actually, I stopped drinking Bustelo, but I have not stopped drinking. Like, still, I drink organic, fair trade coffee, and it's just light roast, and I be lit in the morning. And I'm ready to go, go, go. And that is how I see my air signs. They are ready to go. And if they are not, it's because they have physically exhausted themselves from thinking too much. That's how I see this here. This is what it's saying to me. And your purpose feels very clear, in the sense that I think that my air signs are, whether they like it or not, getting messages on what they need to do next. And some of you are listening and some of you are not. And those who are listening that are jumping to that call, you are winning. A win-win outcome is forecasted. Those of you who are not listening to the call and who are sitting on it and overthinking, nothing is going to come out of it. That's how I feel. It's very straightforward. Like, this is like, there's that Libra, like there's a balance here. Either you're going to, go here and this is gonna, the negative shit is gonna end and you're gonna be winning, or quite the opposite. If you let the negative win, it will. Like, there's no in between here. With my other elements, I feel like the call that you're hearing, you know, you're doing more to understand it and approach it in a more gentle, kinder manner. My air signs feel intense. It feels like it's do or die, white or black. Like, if this is the way that I want it, I'm bulldozing my ass through it, or I'm not, I'm flatlined. I'm not. It's like one extreme of one to the other. It's very, very light and dark. Like, there's no in between here, is what I'm basically trying to say. My air signs, there's no middle ground right now, and that could be very unhealthy. So what other messages do I have for my air signs? Even if there's some success, when it comes, I don't even know that you will be able to enjoy it if you don't learn to balance out your emotions, your mental, mostly your mental, because air is mental, it's thoughts. And it feels like it's in high gear. Your mental downloads are coming down, and I don't even know that you can control it. Sorry. A few more messages. Let's see. We got the 8 of Cups, the Tower card. Did I not say I felt a Tower card in this layout, that it was coming? If it wasn't here, it's gonna come out. These cards just be talking to me. The 10 of Swords and the King of Pentacles. Ace of Swords in reverse. My air signs. Look. There's something here that you're doing, and you're doing it well, and you're doing it right. For those who are actually standing up for the call, to the call, you're doing it right. You're doing it well. You're doing it great. But are you doing it too much? Are you giving yourself a healthy break? Ask yourself those questions. Are you meditating? Are you stepping outside? Or are you banging out the work all day long, and all of a sudden you look up and it's 8 o'clock at night, and you didn't make dinner, and you forgot the kids, and you forgot to walk the dog and all the shit? Like, that's what I feel like. Are you so like, I'm gonna get it in while the getting in is hot and good and it's great, and that's the part where I'm just like, I see that, like, you guys are hitting it on the nose with the work and the thoughts and the organization of your thoughts, but you're also doing it to almost an like extreme level, where if you don't stop, the entire day has passed you by, or you have forgotten that you have a whole family waiting for you at home. They're all starving. Final messages for my air signs, my Geminis, my Libras, and my Aquariuses. Final message. Final message. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Okay. You have a new chapter coming. You need to, it would be wise for you to balance out your energy before you burn out, because I see here you have the new life and orphaned, and that feels to me like it's an extreme. Like, one part of you is like, I need to rest, I'm so tired and I'm so exhausted, but at the same time I can't stop working because I have all of these things that I have to do, and I'm doing so good. I'm afraid to stop, because then what if I, like all those things. So if my air signs could be kinder to themselves and also find time to take breaks in between their amazing, very necessary work, there will be a lot of success. And I also see you partnering up with a fire sign, and maybe the fire sign will take some of the load off or help with the load. I think that would be recommended, to allow that person, that energy, to come in and help. I don't know if it's a partner or a relationship or what, but there is someone willing to support your goals and desires and your mission, and they're willing to give you a time out so that you can go and meditate, rest, and or enjoy, stepping outside of work. So those are the messages for the energy of mid-month June. Again, please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. You guys know that when you do, it helps the algorithm, the channel, and I would like to do these more often. And yeah, peace, love, and many, many blessings. And if you need a personal reading, check out the link below or email